Hey Pokemon fans, today I'm going to cover one of the most asked questions in Pokemon history, and that is, who is the strongest Pokemon? Now usually when you ask this question you get one of two answers, either Arceus or Mewtwo. So who'd win in a fight, the god Pokemon that created the Pokemon world and the Pokemon in it, or the human created Pokemon that was created to defeat every other Pokemon? Well, there's no doubt these two are two of the strongest Pokemon of all. Both of them show impressive feats, such as Arceus in the anime taking on Palkia, Dialga and Giratina all at the same time while missing some of its plates, and it still defeated them. And then there's Mewtwo in the manga who beat a Deoxys that was capable of turning into all four forms whenever it pleased. But everyone knows these two and what they're capable of, so let's just get straight to the answer and the reasons for that answer. Okay, so I think a fight between Arceus and Mewtwo would end like this. Now, why do I think this? Well, first, Mewtwo is one of the few Pokemon Arceus didn't create, so Arceus has no control over it, and possibly no knowledge of what it can do. Then we have the amount of damage they displayed they can cause in the anime. Arceus' signature move, Judgment, caused minor explosions, while Mewtwo was able to create a storm capable of destroying the whole world with just the wave of a hand. But let's take a look at some of the arguments as to why Arceus would win and see why I think different. This is typically the argument most people give for Arceus defeating any other Pokemon, but being the Pokemon god or a god doesn't make something unbeatable. In the anime, Arceus was left for dead by taking on a meteor. Now, if Mega Rayquaza can do this, surely the creator of the Pokemon world could do it too if it was so powerful. And while Arceus may have been missing some of its plates, it was still defeated by a handful of common electric type Pokemon, some silver water and some rubble. And although not Pokemon related, look at what Hulk did to Loki, or even what Thanos in the comics did using the Infinity Gauntlet. He defeated Eternity, who's basically the living embodiment of the Marvel universe. So yeah, gods and cosmic beings can be defeated. It's true that the Bug or Dark Plate Arceus could super affect Mewtwo and resist his psychic attacks. This is one of the best arguments for Arceus winning. However, Mewtwo is faster than Arceus, so would be able to land an attack first, and he's also capable of learning moves that would land a super effective hit against any plate Arceus was holding to counter Mewtwo. That is, of course, if Arceus was even able to use its plates, as Mewtwo has an ability seen in the anime that enables it to block the special abilities of other Pokemon. So with its plates blocked, Arceus would be a normal type, leaving it weak to Mewtwo's Eurosphere. This is again true, and if it were a competition of who had the highest base stats, then Arceus would win. Not that Mewtwo is a bad, it's still joint second, excluding Megas and Fusions. And if we're taking stats into consideration, while not the normal Mewtwo, its Mega Evolved forms have the highest base stat total of all, joint with Mega Rayquaza, and it also has the highest special attack stat. Now this part is just opinion, but I can't help but think the original Mewtwo had its stats lowered to make it more fair, because if you take a look at the stats of the Gen 1 game Mewtwo, it had a base stat of 590 and its special was 154. This was back when special was a single stat, so if you give 154 for both special attack and special defense, this would total today's Mewtwo as 744, which is higher than Arceus' 720. This is fair to say, just look at Pokemon like Bulbasaur, Ivysaur and Venusaur. Their special stats are the same as the Gen 1, only now it's split as both attack and defense. But anyway, base stats don't decide who win in a fight anyway. A Pokemon with 999 in a single stat and 1 in every other stat could possibly lose to a level 1 Pidgey using Tackle. Maybe Arceus could do this, but although Arceus has been shown to create, it hasn't really been shown to destroy much. I mean, in the movie, if Arceus really wanted to punish the world, it could have just erased it instead of using judgment to blow up a few bridges. But then again, if they let Arceus have this power, there wouldn't have been a movie, so this is one that can't really be answered. Yeah, Arceus can banish Pokemon like it did with Giratina, but Arceus was also tricked by humans in the anime, so what's to say Mewtwo couldn't mind control it and make it erase itself. But I wouldn't really want either of these methods to make a winner anyway. This is a battle for who's the strongest. Erasing or controlling the other's mind would be a bit like using teleport to flee the fight. So this is my argument for why Mewtwo is the strongest Pokemon of all, including Arceus. And if that wasn't enough, numerous people who helped create Pokemon, including Ken Sugimori, have said it themselves. Mewtwo is the strongest Pokemon he ever created. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please subscribe for more Pokemon videos. Please comment down below who you think could win, Arceus, Mewtwo, or is there another Pokemon you think is the strongest one of all? Thanks for watching, take care.